Welcome to the first episode of Alex Trujillo's Restoration, brought to you by Creative Productions. Today we'll be taking an old piano bench from dirty and dingy to modern and chic. Alrighty, here we're going to dive right into the deconstruction of this bench. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take off all the screws. We're going to remove the screws so we can take off the foam padding. When we take off the foam padding, we're going to go ahead and recover that. Now we'll watch as the master does his work. He's so handy with that screw gun, let me tell you. Alrighty, now that we almost got the top off, we'll go ahead and remove the bottom. Set the top aside so we can assess the situation. Okay, so now we're going to look at this. We notice that we got clean lines. Need to do a little bit of sanding. But other than that, we're pretty good. Got a little bit of loose legs. We'll fix that a little bit later with some reinforcements with glue and screws. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the sanding. Go ahead and set this down with 180 grit and get it prepped for paint. Alrighty, as we watch Mr. Alex Trujillo do his restoration on this bench, I'd like to take this time to know that the sanding is the most important part of this restoration. Without proper sanding, your end product will come out horrible like garbage. You won't have a smooth surface and your paint and urethane will look like trash. Okay, here's where we're going to come in with the flat black enamel. Go ahead and do a couple good coats of that, get it all nice and smooth. Let's watch this master do his work. I do want to point out that he's taking every precaution to make sure that he does coat every inch of this bench. We don't want to have any bare spots in these places that we can see raw wood. We want to make sure everything is covered with the urethane. Now we're going to go ahead and show you an example of the striping that's going to happen when we're done. We got the flat black with the white striping throughout. So here we're going to go ahead and start with the reupholstering. I will point out that the original fabric was still in good condition, just faded and outdated. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave that on there for reinforcement and make sure we don't disturb that padding. And we're going to go ahead and give this bench a nice modern look with some red velvet. Here we can watch the master at work. We can see he doesn't use a measuring tape or a ruler. He's so wonderfully perfected his craft that he can just eyeball this. He's going to go ahead and stretch this fabric around, show us how it's done. Alrighty, we can see here that he will be starting his staples. Go ahead and make sure that they're extra tacked down with that framing hammer he's got there. And here we go. Here we can see that he has finished his initial tack, and now he'll be trimming the velvet to fit. I do want to point out that this velvet is a two-way stretch. Alright, so he's got it all trimmed up, and now he's going to finish tacking it around. Okay, as you can see, he's just about finished tacking it up, and now we're doing a test fit. A few last minute adjustments, and then we'll be done with the upholstery. Alright, upholstery's all done. We're going to call that perfection. Look at this perfectionist at work, making sure every detail is perfect. Okay, so now here we're going to go ahead and add in the white striping. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and stripe it on rather sloppily. We're not concerned about that because we're going to wipe off any excess that happens to bleed out. Here, Alex is making sure that his white pin striping is absolutely perfect. I'd like to point out that after the first coat, he did decide to go ahead and put a second coat to make sure that white just popped like an angel. That doesn't make any sense, but we're going to go ahead and say that anyways. So he's going to go ahead and continue doing this all the way around on all four sides until it is completed. Okay, we are now on the morning of day 2 on that second coat we talked about on that white pin striping. Just mesmerizing to watch this master work. Wish I could sit here and do this all day. Oh wait, I do! Okay, here's where we're going to go ahead and add that polyurethane clear coat on top. We're going to go ahead and put 2 layers of polyurethane clear coat. We're going to make sure this thing shines like perfection. This is what it looks like while it's trying to dry. A little bit spotty, but that's okay because when it's dry, it's going to dry to a mirrored gloss finish. Here we are on that second coat, letting that dry out. And then we're going to continue on with the reinforcements of the legs. Once the legs are reinforced, we're going to add that top and we're going to see how this puppy works out. There it is. Look at that. thing of beauty. Yes. All right. So, in a second here, we're going to go ahead and do some testing on it. We're going to sit on it, make sure it's sturdy and sound. Right now, we're going to go ahead and doing those reinforcements that we talked about. All right, we're just tightening up those screws. Now we're going to add some glue, a few more screws. First, we're going to make sure that we can go ahead and make this a safe working environment for that velvet. There we are. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add the screws to the bottom that holds the padding on. Once we get that done, we'll be good to go. All right, looks like Alex putting in the finishing touches on his masterpiece. Okay, there he is. Oh, look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Anybody would be proud to have that sit at the foot of their bed. Here, we're going to go ahead and watch Alex test it for its sturdiness. There it is. And we're going to go ahead and bring it down. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take it down. Alex here weighs about 180 pounds. He's going to sit on this and see if he can jiggle anything loose after everything's been secured and tucked and tightened down. There it is. Look at him. Comfortable, snug as a bug in a rug. Alrighty, we'd like to hear what you have to say. Go ahead and leave us a like, a comment, a share, and a subscribe. If you like what you see, you'll see more videos coming out weekly. Again, hit that subscribe button down below and have a great day. Thanks.